All right, we are officially live here on YouTube, and in today's video, we're going to go over the Steelers versus the 49ers this weekend. We're going to break it down, and of course, by the thumbnail, you are here because you were either a Steelers fan or a 49er fan, or maybe you're just a fan of the game and want to see the breakdown. So, right off the bat, as you can tell, right above my shoulder, I am a 49er fan, so I'm going to be a little biased here, but I'm going to be honest and tell you guys what the public is thinking, what I'm thinking. And going into it, 49ers are favored barely in this game to win it on the road, but only by 2.5 as of now. Filming this on Friday. If you're watching this at a later time, appreciate you watching. Don't forget to drop your prediction in the comments if you're watching this. Niners, Steelers, and the Steelers, most of the public is betting on the Steelers to win this game outright. They think it's going to be an easy win. Well, maybe not an easy win for the Steelers, but a winnable game for the Steelers. A lot of people on the Steelers as the underdogs. Big news for the Niners. We don't know about Kittle or Ward right now. Kittle is questionable. Here's some of the Kittle news, latest news. I did see a report that Kittle said he feels good, his hamstring injury. But we'll see. Knowing Kittle, he's a pretty strong guy. I think he could tough it out for this game. Maybe he'll play less snaps or something like that. But I do think Kittle will play. It says John Lynch, optimistic. Update for Kittle. I am worried. It would suck not to have Charvarius Ward in there because he's a veteran guy. He knows he can cover really well. He knows what he's doing out there. So that would be a big loss, losing Ward for this game if you're a 49er fan. As far as Steeler injuries go, I don't think there's any big ones for the Steelers. I'm going to double check here, but I remember the big news was, or just hearing it, is Kittle and Ward for the Niners. If I could find it. Here we go. So big injuries for Steelers. So maybe if you're watching this later, it could be some injuries happening later on in the weekend. Let's see. Key injuries. Oganobi, if I'm saying that right. Probably saying that wrong. But he's a defensive tackle. He's out. Or no, sorry, questionable for the Steelers. And that's about it for the Steelers. And he's just questionable. Like I said, Kittle and Ward, big news that they could be questionable and miss the game. There's a lot of things going on in this game. Tomlin, there's this stat here. If you could see it right there, Tomlin, Steelers as a dog under Mike Tomlin, 53, 30, and 4 against the spread. If you were a $100 bettor, you would make positive $2,099. So that's a thing to think about. Another huge thing here for the Niners, and this what happened week 1 last season for the 49ers. We played the Chicago Bears at Chicago, and we lost. And you saw how bad Chicago was last year. Their overall record was last year. And we lost that game. So why am I worried again for this? We're on the road again week 1. Also in that game, it was really bad weather. And in this game coming up against the Steelers, it's going to be bad weather once again. Here's the weather report. 75 degrees. That's nice. That is a great temperature. But if you look at Sunday, 75, it says raining and thunderstorms. So we got 61% at the highest during the day. It's going to be a 1 o'clock game their time. And I think this is for Eastern time. So 61% of rain again. So we're going to get a lot of rain here. Beginning of the game for sure. It could die off here later in the game. Hopefully it does. But one thing I do know, 49ers do not play well in rainy weather. We just do not play well at all. And you would say a lot of teams don't play well, but for some reason we have really bad luck in it. So look at this game to be a pretty low-scoring game, I would say. Looking at the total here, Don Pla, what's up, Don Pla? How's it going? Would you take the under 58.5 in Colorado in the Colorado game? Are you talking about Denver Broncos, or are we talking college? Because we're focusing on NFL here today. So the total for this game, I'm guessing it's gonna be low because weather is gonna be a factor. So yeah, they have it at 41.5. That's about right. I think it could be in the 30s. So it's gonna be an interesting game here. There could be a lot of fumbles. We could see a lot of turnovers here. But look for this game, Niners, Steelers, to be a wet one here on Sunday. When I was looking at Twitter and just like articles, everyone is on the Steelers to win this. I really not seeing that many people saying the Niners will win, except if you're a Niner fan like I am. So it is going to be questionable. Like as a Niner fan, I don't by any means don't think this will be easy at all. But I do really think we could win. We have a solid offense, especially if Purdy is just, he doesn't even have to be great on Sunday. If he's just good, doesn't throw interceptions, doesn't fumble, I think we'll be okay. We have McCaffrey. We have Deebo Samuel. We have Ayuk. We have Kittle if he's going to play. We have so many weapons. Juice check. We got weapon after weapon. And Trent Williams going to be in there blocking. So we have no excuses. We have an amazing defense too. So Nick Bosa's back. He's signed. He's going to play. Maybe not that many snaps, but he's going to play. Don Pla, you said you like the Steelers money line. Of course, many people do. So I don't blame you if you're betting on the Steelers, but I kind of like this. I've said this before, but I do really like this as a 49er fan that everyone, the whole public's on the opposite team, on the Steelers. So that really fuels the fire of the San Francisco 49ers. So I really do think go against the public in this case. I would be Niners all day, but I am a Niner fan, so I would never bet against them. But I just really think this is a very winnable game. All the pressure is kind of off the Niners right now. In a way, it's like, okay, everyone thinks Steelers are going to win. So let's just prove everyone wrong if you're a Niner fan and if you're the Niners. If you're watching this at a later time, appreciate you hopping in. I'm guessing we're going to get a lot of Steeler fans, hopefully some Niner fans coming in too. So that's that stat. I have it just up there. Tomlin is a beast at home or as an underdog, but he does have 30 losses. So it's not like he's undefeated there. Anyone else popping in the chat, feel free if you have a prediction on this game. So yeah, I was talking about the Kittle news. I mean, the latest news, Kyle Shanahan preparing for possibility of the 49ers facing Steelers without Kittle. That makes sense. The Niners do have a lot of tight ends, but obviously it's hard to replace Kittle. And it does suck not having him because he is a great blocking tight end as well. So that will be rough not having him in there. But the big thing is I do think the weather will be a huge factor in this game. And it sucks that it can't be a nice day. And it's going to be slippery out there. There's going to be turnovers. Expect, I would say, at least 2 or 3 fumbles in this game from both teams combined. So if you're playing Niner defense, if you're playing the Pittsburgh defense in your fantasy football teams, I recommend starting them because, well, obviously you would start the Niners defense or Pittsburgh if you have them, but they're going to get a lot of points. I think they're going to get a lot of turnovers. The scores are going to be low from both teams. And, yeah, this is a great spot for the defenses here. Purdy and Pickett are kind of in similar situations because Purdy, coming off 1 year of playing, did great. Pickett, 1 year of playing, didn't do great in the beginning and then got better as the season ended. So Pickett still has a lot to prove. On the other hand, he has a lot to prove. A lot of the fans out there, Steeler fans especially, think he is their next QB for life, or not for life, but for a while. And we'll see. We'll see if the Niners defense can shut him down. It's very possible. Like, our D line will be after him on Sunday. So there's going to be a lot of sacks. Pickett's going to get sacked. I'm sure Purdy will get sacked. But hopefully Purdy makes the right decisions here, throws the ball away. Just get rid of the ball. Don't make any stupid choices. Don't try to be a hero. Just throw it out of bounds. Throw it to the ground. Do whatever you got to do to get down on turnovers. There were some stats I wanted to bring up here. You saw the Tomlin stat. So he's dominant as an underdog. Someone else so Shanahan is very bad as a coach. Week 1 against the spread, he's 1-5. So the past 6 years, he's 1-5 against the spread week 1. For some reason, the 49ers just have a tough time in week 1 against terrible teams too. I'm not saying Pittsburgh's a terrible team, but it's for some reason we're rusty week 1. But makes sense. And then Tomlin as a home underdog. Tomlin is 14-3-3. So that's at home as an underdog of 7 points or less. 14-3-3. So it's possible to beat Tomlin and the Steelers on the road at home, but he has a very good record. So everything's pointing to the Steelers right now, especially the public love betting on them this weekend. But at the same time, even if I wasn't a Niner fan, it's kind of nice to sometimes go against the public, because when everyone's leaning another way, the opposite tends to happen. But maybe that's a good spot to live bet that game. But Sunday we got so many good games. We broke it down in a video earlier in the week. That's on my YouTube channel, where you could watch the full breakdown of this game and all the other games. What up, Mark Graves? 49ers 28-17. I love that prediction, and I hope you're right. I don't think it will be that high scoring, because earlier in the episode we were talking about the weather. I'll bring it up again. Weather is going to be a huge factor in this game. So this is for Sunday. 75 degrees, which is great, but 61% chance of rain throughout the day. I'm sure we're going to get it at some point. It says it might happen at 1 p.m. when the game starts on the Eastern time. So hopefully we get rain early and get it out of the way, or we just get lucky and don't get any rain throughout the game, but I'm sure it'll happen here and there. And they have this game at 41 points. So I do think it will be a low-scoring game. Last year when we played Chicago, it was crazy pouring rain, low-scoring. We did bad. Obviously, Brock Purdy wasn't our starter last year, but at least in the first week of the season. So we'll see. Mark, you said downpour or sprinkles. I mean, it says thunderstorms, so I would guess a downpour. It says, thunderstorm on Sunday. So that's not good to hear. And it says thunderstorm on Saturday, so hopefully it gets a lot of it out of the way on Saturday, going into the Saturday night and in the morning. So hopefully by Sunday afternoon it dies down. It's kind of looking like that, because Monday in Pittsburgh looks very nice. But of course, when Niners are in town, man, we bring the rain for some reason. We get a lot of games with rain, but it's that type of year, or we're getting that time of year, fall almost. So, that's my breakdown of the game. It's a quicker video today. I am worried about this game. Definitely worried. I'm a Niner fan. I'm worried. I'm not saying this is going to be easy by any means in this game. It's going to be a close game. It could come down to a field goal, and if it does, that kind of sucks. We got Moody in there as our kicker, rookie kicker. He's hard to trust, especially when it's raining. You can't trust any kicker when it's raining, really. So this is going to be an interesting spot. Hopefully this game doesn't come down to a field goal, but I kind of wouldn't be surprised if it does, or it's going to be, a 1, 2 to 3 point game here. But I got confidence in my 49ers. I really do think we could take this W on the road, and after that go to LA and beat the Rams. So A lot of good games this weekend. A lot of great 10 a.m. games if you're on the West Coast. Also games going on at the same time that I'm going to be keeping an eye on. And I'm sure you guys are too. Pulling it up right here. Bengals Browns, that's going to be a really interesting one to watch. Let's see. I mean, they're all interesting in their own way. Jaguars Colts doesn't seem like an interesting game, but I really want to see what Anthony Richardson does. See if he could upset the Jags, because I am seeing some people betting on the Colts to upset the Jaguars, which is crazy, but maybe because the Colts are at home, and you never know with rookie QBs, they could just go off. Mark, you said you don't think Kyle is going to kick all that much on Sunday, punt or going for it on fourth down. Yeah, there's going to be a lot. That's a good point. There's going to be a lot of going for it. If it's a 4th and 1, even a 4th and 2, maybe 4th and 3, we're going to be going for it. Steelers are probably going to be going for it. So, yeah, you're right. There's not going to be a lot of kicking because if it's raining, it's just you're risking it. It's not really worth it. And we can't trust Moody, our kicker. We don't know what we got out of him. He's missed some kicks in preseason. I think it was without rain. So with rain, it's going to be a whole different thing. So expect turnovers. I hate seeing it, but it's bound to happen. Hopefully, obviously the Niners get more turnovers on defense there. Getting Pickett to throw interceptions, fumble the ball, get their running backs to fumble. But it's going to be a tough, hard-fought game, and it is going to be fun to watch. I'm going to be watching it, of course. I'm going to be stressed out, of course. But maybe I'll get on here after the game, like at night, Sunday night, give my reaction to the game. We'll see. But I'll be live again on Monday or Tuesday, or probably Tuesday or Wednesday, actually, giving my picks for the next week. But I just want to get on here, talk about the Niners, Steelers, give my take. Obviously, I think we're going to win. My prediction, I'm going to give a prediction on this game. 17-14, 49ers take the W. Cover the spread, of course, and take the W. Go to LA and play the Rams the next week. So Niners are my pick. If you're watching this, I want to hear your guys' posts or your predictions. Post it in the comments if you're watching this at a later time. Appreciate that you got the guys that were hanging out during the live stream here. Shout out to Mark and Don Plaw, anyone else in here. Thank you for watching. Go Niners this Sunday, and it's going to be a great, great, great Sunday of football. You guys enjoy it. Have a great Friday night. Peace.